Making headlines this hour. The majority of respondents favors enforcing the generational ban on tobacco. Vice President congratulates the Global Council for Tolerance and Peace and the non-aligned movement on signing an agreement to strengthen global peace. The Maldives reaffirms commitment to combating plastic pollution by participating in the regional rivers and seas.
Hello and welcome to PSM News with me, Fatma Sara. And to take a look at news in detail, majority of respondents have favors enforcing the generational ban on tobacco use in the country for people born on or after the year 2000.
To back his administration's firm stance against tobacco use in the country, President Dr. Mohamed Muiz launched a special poll to gather public opinion on the appropriate age at which the generation ban on tobacco use should be enforced. As part of his proposal, the president outlined three potential approaches for the ban. Prohibit smoking for all individuals born on or after the 1st of January 2007, prohibit smoking for all individuals born on or after the 1st of January 2004, prohibit smoking for all individuals born on or after the 1st of January 2000. Explaining the rationale behind these options, he stated that focusing on the 18 to 25 age group would make it easier to prevent addiction before it becomes a habit. The poll, launched on Thursday, sought public opinion on the three recommendations. This marked the first instance in Maldivian history where a sitting president has utilized a social media platform to seek public opinion on a significant issue. When the poll closed on Tuesday afternoon, over 5,500 people had voted on X, with 51.1% favoring the prohibition of smoking for all individuals born on or after the 1st of January 2000. The poll on Facebook followed a similar trend, with 72% of the 5,000 voters backing the same option. Over 45% of voters on Instagram too want to see the generational ban enforced for people born on or after the 1st of January 2000. Emphasizing the purpose of the generation ban, the president has stated that it is designed to ensure young people never start using tobacco, with further details to be shared later. The generation ban has been adopted in various countries around the world to keep young people from starting tobacco use. Beyond tobacco control, the president has highlighted broader health initiatives, including efforts to make fruits and vegetables more affordable. He has reiterated the government's commitment to promoting a healthier lifestyle for all citizens. The government has been taking landmark steps against tobacco use. One of the biggest measures was to increase the duty on imported cigarettes and the nationwide ban on the use and sale of vape products.
Vice President Hussein Mohamed Latif extends his congratulations to the Global Council for Tolerance and Peace, GCTP, and the Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, Parliamentary Network, on signing an agreement to strengthen global peace and stability. The agreement between the GCTP and NAM Parliamentary Network was signed during the 150th Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU Assembly, currently ongoing in Uzbekistan. In a message shared on social media platform X, Vice President Hussein Mohamed Latif congratulated both organizations on the signing of the agreement. He noted that the agreement will play a vital role in strengthening international relations and promoting core principles of diplomacy, adding that the Maldives takes pride in working with the GCTP. The Global Council for Tolerance and Peace, GCTP, is an international organization that works towards strengthening global relations, establishing peace and security, and eliminating racial discrimination. The Maldives reaffirms commitment to combating plastic pollution by participating in the South Asian Regional Meeting on Plastic-Free Rivers and Seas held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. The meeting was jointly organized by the South Asia Cooperative Environment Program and the United Nations Office for Project Services. The Ministry of Tourism and Environment said the Maldives was represented at the meeting by its Deputy Minister, Ahmad Nizam. During the meeting, Nizam shared information on the country's progress and goals regarding plastic reduction. In his remarks, Deputy Minister Nizam said the Maldivian government aims to establish waste and resource management centers in all inhabited islands of the Maldives by the end of 2025. He also shared information on the steps taken so far by the Maldives to eliminate plastics and use relevant upcoming projects. Government officials from other South Asian countries also shared their experiences at the meeting. Discussions focused on the importance of increasing regional cooperation to reduce plastic pollution. The Ministry of Environment noted that the Maldives' participation in this meeting reflects the government's commitment to environmental protection. It also shows that the Maldives recognizes the importance of regional collaboration to eliminate plastics, the ministry said. Minister of Health Abdul Nazim Ibrahim says that Maldives has managed to secure crucial aid needed to strengthen its health sector during the recently concluded World Patient Safety Summit. Speaking to PSM News, Rajami at the program on the outcomes of the summit, Minister Nazim acknowledged that the health care system still remains in its infancy and requires significant development through the assistance of foreign countries and international agencies.
The minister noted the significance of such summits, especially the bilateral discussions that take place on the sidelines, adding that the Maldives has managed to secure crucial assistance to key areas in its healthcare system during the Patient Safety Summit. The health minister said there are many obstacles in Maldives for local doctors to get the required internship opportunities after studying medicine. According to Minister Nazim, the Philippine counterpart during the sidelines of the summit had assured assistance for such internship opportunities to Maldivian doctors. The discussions also centered around securing opportunities for local doctors for further specialization, he added. In addition, the minister also revealed that a private medical college in the Philippines has awarded 3 MBBS scholarships to the Maldives. According to him, the summit has also helped strengthen the patient safety in the country, including securing technical assistance from the US-based Joint Commission International, or JCI.
Senior officials of Maldives and Canada holds discussions focused on exploring investment opportunities and advancing sustainable agriculture in the island nation. The discussions took place when the Minister of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, Dr. Maria, met with Eric Walsh, High Commissioner of Canada to Maldives, Paul Topil, Canada's Indo-Pacific Trade Representative, and their team. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare, Minister Maria during the meeting shared the current challenges faced by the Maldives' agricultural industry, including ensuring food security and transportation of agricultural products between regions due to geographically displaced nature of the island nation. The Canadian High Commissioner and his team offered advice on ways to address these issues, the ministry said, which included suggestions to establish closer ties with tourist resorts to secure a sustainable supply of agricultural products. The ministry added that other suggestions included standardizing agricultural products to increase confidence for manufacturers and make it easier for them to market their products. According to the ministry, the Canadian team had also stressed on the importance of introducing environmentally friendly agricultural products through farming techniques such as hydroponics. Island Aviation Services Limited is seeking interested developers for Maafaru International Airport Terminal Extension Project. IASL said both domestic and foreign parties can apply for the project to be carried out on contractor finance basis. IASL plans to extend the airport terminal by 900 square meters over 2 stories, equipped with VIP area, lounges and other facilities. Interested parties have been requested to submit the completed expression of interest EOI form by midnight on 17th April. Inaugurated in 2019, the Maafaru International Airport has been functioning as an international airport since July 1, 2020. The airport has gained popularity among private jets, serving tourists traveling to luxury resorts in Nunu, Ra and Ba Atoll. The airport is fully equipped to accommodate international flights, including the Airbus A320, the Boeing 737 and Boeing 777 aircraft. Ardu City Council invites interested investors to develop a tourist facility in the uninhabited Sawahili Island. The City Council is planning to develop 858,462.11 square feet of land and allocated lagoon area in Sawahili Island has a tourist facility to cater to all the other resorts, tourist hotels, guest houses and tourism service providers in Ardu. The announcement by City Council said that the land will be leased for a maximum period of 50 years pursuant to the relevant tourism law. In addition, it said the investment shall include a minimum of 10 rooms, a restaurant, a bar, indoor and outdoor sports facilities, water sports center, spa and wellness center, common swimming pool and other tourist-related facilities. According to the City Council, interested parties, both local and foreign, can obtain further information, inspect and purchase the bidding documents until 25th April between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Looking at business news, a global trade war touched by U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs escalated further as Trump threatened to increase duties on China.
Trump's advisors said he would be willing to negotiate with countries that are scrambling to head off tariffs as high as 50% due to take effect on Wednesday. But the president himself ruled out discussions with Beijing as he ratcheted up a confrontation with the world's #2 economy. Trump said he would impose an additional 50% duty on U.S. imports from China on Wednesday if it did not withdraw the 34% tariffs it had imposed on U.S. products last week. Those Chinese tariffs had come in response to 34% reciprocal duties announced by Trump. Chinese-American business owners in Oakland, California spoke out against President Donald Trump's tariffs on imports from China on April 4th. The administration imposed a total import tax of 54% on goods from China, which includes an additional 34% on top of an existing 20% tariff, which was announced in March.
And now that because many imports are coming in paying high tariffs, so they will be translating into more higher costs for the wholesaler, the importers. And then it will be trickling down to the retailers. And guess what? Toward the end, it's all consumers are paying for it.
Taylor Chow, who imports Asian staple foods like noodles and soy sauce to sell to retailers and restaurants, said he expects to raise his prices to match the tariffs.
Right now, the tax is 54%. Once we run out our inventory, definitely we're going to raise the price of 54%.
Danny Huang, who owns New Hop Long Market, a small grocery store in Oakland, said that they are going to increase the price for those products after this week.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong expressed disappointment on Tuesday over the U.S. decision to impose a 10% universal tariff rate. Here's more on this.
Speaking in Parliament, Wong emphasized this move contradicts the global trading system the U.S. helped establish, straining the long-standing friendship between the two nations.
We are very disappointed by the U.S. move, especially considering the deep and long-standing friendship between our two countries. These are not actions one does to a friend.
He also said the likelihood of a full-blown global trade war is growing, anticipating weaker near-term global growth and reduced demand for Singapore's goods and services.
The likelihood of a full-blown global trade war is growing. Singapore has decided not to impose retaliatory tariffs. Doing so will only lead to increased costs for Singaporeans. But other countries may not be guided by the same considerations and may have different perceptions and views.
Singapore escaped the much larger tariff rates imposed on many of its Southeast Asian neighbors last week, but has taken issue with the imposition of the 10% universal rate due to its free trade agreement with Washington.
Looking at international news, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres rejects a new Israeli proposal to control aid deliveries in Gaza, saying it risks further controlling and callously limiting aid down to the last calorie and grain of flour.
Guterres told reporters that the United Nations will not participate in any arrangement that does not fully respect the humanitarian principles: humanity, impartiality, independence, and neutrality.
UN agencies and our partners are ready and determined to deliver. But Israeli authorities' newly proposed authorization mechanisms for aid delivery risk further controlling and callously limiting aid down to the last calorie and grain of flour. Let me be clear. We will not participate in any arrangement that does not fully respect the humanitarian principles: humanity, impartiality, independence, and neutrality must be guaranteed. And humanitarian personnel must be given the protection that they are accorded under international law.
Proposed a structured monitoring and aid entry mechanism for Gaza. The mechanism is designed to support aid organizations, enhance oversight accountability, and ensure that assistance reaches the civilian population in need rather than being diverted and stolen by Hamas, COGAD posted on X on April 6th. Jonathan Whitall, the senior UN aid official for Gaza and the West Bank, said last week that there was no evidence of aid being diverted. Israel last month resumed its bombardment of Gaza after a 2-month truce and sent troops back into the enclave.
More than an entire month has passed without a drop of aid into Gaza. No food, no fuel, no medicine, no commercial supplies. As aid has dried up, the floodgates of horror have reopened. Gaza is a killing field, and civilians are in an endless death loop.
Israel says it does not exercise effective control over Gaza and therefore is not an occupying power. According to Israeli tallies, the war in Gaza was triggered on October 7, 2023, when Hamas killed 1,200 people in southern Israel and took some 250 hostages. Since then, more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to Gaza health authorities.
Protesters hold signs and shout slogans during a protest against U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth during his visit to Panama in Panama City.
During his visit, Hegseth said the United States will take back the Panama Canal from Chinese influence and vowed to deepen security cooperation with Panama's forces. Hegseth is expected to get a close-up look at the Panama Canal later, the first full day of a rare visit to a nation still unsettled by Trump's threats to take back the canal. More than 40% of U.S. container traffic, valued at roughly $270 billion a year, go through the Panama Canal, accounting for more than 2/3 of vessels passing each day through the world's second busiest interoceanic waterway. Discontent Panamanians also criticized their president, Jose Raul Mulino, calling him a traitor and accusing him of giving away their sovereignty and self-determination.
And a quick look at sports. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has revealed that FIFA will donate $1 million to each host city of the 2025 Club World Cup to build mini pitches for young people.
The donation is part of FIFA's legacy plan for the expanded tournament, which is set to offer $1 billion to the participating clubs in total prize money, including $125 million to the eventual championship. Infantino made the announcement during a visit to MLS side Nashville SC on April 8th, accompanied by FIFA Foundation CEO Yuri Yorkaev and Chief Football Officer Jill Ellis.
Yes, for FIFA, of course, legacy is extremely important. And as a matter of fact, these days we are creating a FIFA Foundation USA. But of course, on top of that, we are also leaving a legacy to each and every one of the 11 host cities of the matches for the FIFA Club World Cup. $1 million per host city to do what? Well, to build some mini pitches in areas where they are most needed, and also to have activities for children, for girls and boys in these areas on these pitches to make them pass some good time and enjoy soccer in the host cities of the FIFA Club World Cup. $1 million per city.
The Music City is one of 11 venues across the United States hosting the 2025 edition of the 32-team Club World Cup, which kicks off on June 14. Nashville's 30,000-seater Geodis Park is the largest purpose-built soccer stadium in the country and will host 3 group games during the tournament. The final will be held at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on July 13th, which will also be the setting for the World Cup final next year.
A European Climate Research Institute is using artificial intelligence AI to more accurately predict the probability of wildfires across the globe.
The European Centre for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts, ECMWF, has created a new probability of fire model which uses machine learning methods to analyze a wider set of data for more precise predictions on where wildfire locations start. Historically, fire forecasts used a method called the Fire Weather Index, which uses 4 weather variables: temperature, wind, precipitation, and humidity. But there are limitations with this model.
So historically for fire forecasting we use what's called the Fire Weather Index, and this is a simple physics-based model where we use 4 weather variables: temperature, wind, precipitation and humidity, to forecast the chance that if a fire does occur, how intense it will be. So what we know from that is that it doesn't account for a lot of things. It doesn't account for fuel, it doesn't account for ignition sources and things like that. So what we try to do here is we try to incorporate more data into a machine learning framework. So although a lot of this data can't be explained physically, we can use machine learning to get a better forecast using that data without the knowledge of the physics underlying it. So we incorporate fuel, ignition sources and also the existing weather that we previously used in the machine learning model to predict not just fire danger but the probability that a fire might occur in a given location.
Last year, record greenhouse gas levels helped bring temperatures to an all-time high, and extreme weather wreaked havoc across the globe. Wildfires forced the displacement of 800,000 people, the highest since records began in 2008.
In some ways it's a step change in fire forecasting because we're really going from suggesting where fire danger might happen, where there's the potential for fires to exist, to saying this is where we think fires will actually exist, and for that reason it's quite a large leap forward, I think, in terms of fire forecasting.
McNorton said that ECMWF's AI-powered method can be used by fire prevention agencies to more accurately identify fire risk locations, thereby allowing them to allocate resources appropriately.
With that, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more updates of recent current affairs stories here on PSM News. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.